Through the shadows where the storms collide, she stands with courage as her guide. Her whispers echo louder than screams, faithful to God through broken dreams. She's the silent storm, unshaken, strong. Through the trials, she's where hope belongs, a survivor standing tall, unbound. Her voice a beacon breaking the cloud. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret. At 5:30 sharp, hearts come alive. Together we heal, together we thrive. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret. At 5:30 sharp, hearts come alive. Together we heal, together we thrive.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everyone? What's going on? I'm so glad to be here with you guys on this Friday night. And again, like I said, this is always keep Ramika name alive. But this, I'm not going to talk about her at the beginning. Sorry, I had to be great. But we are going to talk about her because the reason why, hey, Vibrant, thank you for tuning in, sweetheart. The reason why I wanted to talk about this because this family was waiting since 2022 for their justice to be served, and it finally just got. Uh, she got convicted on. She got charged with life, without no parole. Um, she's got charged on in October. She got convicted in October, but she got sentences on December the 1st. So that's why I wanted to play this. You know what I'm saying? So the family don't give up because a crime is a crime. This crime right here. Now she got life because she well, you're gonna read about it. We're gonna read about it. Before I even get into it, thank you all for tuning into Forever Lisa's channel today. And you just entered the Royal Jewels Palace room known as Safe Haven, where it's real talk with real people in real life. Excuse me. You will see God's love, peace, joy, happiness, unity, and respect. Okay. This live stream is a discussion I am talking about today. I might throw some of my opinion in it and my thought. Okay. But whatever I throw up in it, if the shoe fit, just wear it. Okay. I'm gonna do my copyright real quick because I gotta keep my copyright up there before we even get started because I'm gonna be reading different articles, we're showing different pictures, but this all is news reporting because it is in the news. Okay, it's all over there on internet. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and read this together. So hope you guys could see that. So we can go ahead and read. Okay, copyright disclaimer. Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay. And Also, note, I am not no preacher, a counselor, a therapist, or a doctor. I'm just a willing vessel being used by God for his purpose, not man. Anybody know me? I don't please man. Okay. Forever Lisa is who she is. She is Forever Lisa. Forever Lisa got her own mind. Forever Lisa do not because you dislike somebody, that don't mean that I'm going to dislike that person. Okay. I get to know people for myself. Okay. But if you feel some type of way because I support somebody who you do not like, hey, that's on you. Okay. Nobody will make me a puppet. Okay. I go where I want to go and when I want to go. So I want to get that out the way. So let's remember, all mods, that is a content creator. You may drop your link down any time. And again, thank you so much, Vibrant, for dropping down my information. I really appreciate it. Okay. So let me go ahead and remove this right here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started real quick. And like I said in my this video discussion, this is about a woman who stabbed her ex's new girlfriend to death, has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Her name is Sakina. I think it's how she pronounced her name, Thompson. She was 31 years old, was sentenced on December the 1st. She was convicted of first degree murder in October, in October for the 2022 killing of 𝘱𝘐 Hodgkinson. She was 23. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. And I've seen that story. I said, I got to talk about this story right here because it kind of reminds, even though it's a man there and it's two women, you know what I'm saying? But it's different, but it's still the same. You know what I'm saying? Murder is murder over jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Over jealousy. But this time this was the ex-girlfriend of his, you know what I'm saying? Flew, I don't know if she flew or did she drive way to Florida from New York. So we're gonna go ahead and get started real quick with this. Let me show you the first news that we're gonna be talking about. I'm gonna show you this one right here. And it's sad. I mean, it's just sad. So I know Ramika is gonna get justice as well. You know what I'm saying? Because this lady only had a knife, and the other girl, she had a gun. They both weapons. You know what I'm saying? So, and she definitely got life. And I said, I just want to play this. So hopefully the family will see it and they can see it, you know, she got life. I know they gonna get Holly's life. I just feel she's gonna get life. You know what I'm saying? I just really feel it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and share the screen real quick so you guys can see the news yourself and hear it yourself. Okay, so let me go ahead and share this and push play. Uh-oh, hold on. There don't. I hate when I forget to take off the mute button. Hold on. Okay, there you go.
A woman is sentenced to life in prison for killing her romantic rival. The victim's family came out in droves to witness the hearing.
NBC6's Marissa Bagg was the only reporter in the courtroom. And Marissa, there wasn't an empty seat in the house?
No, there wasn't, Jackie. In fact, the judge asked myself and a few others to sit over in the area that's usually designated for the jury just to make more space there in the courtroom. Many friends and family did speak up today because they knew it would be their last chance to address the killer.
My heart is broken in ways words cannot express.
Through tears, loved ones spoke out in court about their pain and anger over the killing of 23-year-old 𝘱𝘐 Hodgkinson in her Tamarack home. Dozens of them packed the courtroom Monday wearing bright pink and black shirts with 𝘱𝘐's photo and messages of the justice they waited 3 years for.
For the rest of your existence, you will have to look in the mirror every day, regret your decisions, and think about how foolish you are. I hope all your nights are filled with regret and loneliness.
A judge sentenced 31-year-old 𝘧𝘪𝘳𝘴𝘵 Thompson to life in prison for the murder. A jury found her guilty in October. 10 of 𝘭𝘢𝘳 𝘠𝘧𝑚's friends and family stood firm as they faced her killer for the last time.
What she's done was very wicked and evil, and a person like her, it's important that they never see the light of day again.
Evidence showed Thompson confronted 𝘠𝘧𝑚 in her apartment home in July of 2022 at 5 o'clock in the morning and then stabbed her to death. Thompson testified during trial that it was self-defense because she was pregnant at the time, but the jury didn't believe her.
Or how about the audacity of you to come up on this stand and waste taxpayer dollars and tell them a crock of garbage to everyone in the courtroom about your blackout reasoning?
Prosecutors say Thompson killed 𝘭𝘧 because 𝘭𝘧 was dating her boyfriend. That jealousy prompted her to fly from New York to South Florida to carry out the murder.
And everyone will get to also see the darkness that this person you're sentencing and her failed attempts to cover it with false claims and her blatant lack of remorse.
I'm just glad that we got the justice that we was looking for and that she will never be able to do this to another family again.
Thompson was sentenced to life in prison without parole. She did have the opportunity to speak today, but she declined to take that opportunity. We are live here in Fort Lauderdale. Marissa Bagg, NBC6 News.
I got to hear that she tried to say that it was self-defense. Who that remind you of? Who does that remind you of? Remind you of the same thing that Holly is trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Trying to say it's self-defense. How is that self-defense when you flew from New York, pregnant with a baby in your stomach, from New York to fly to Florida and went up there and unalived that lady, stabbed her several times off of jealousy. And guess what? She pregnant. Try to use the same thing Holly is trying to use for Ramika. She pregnant. Think she getting out. This family been waiting for 3 years. And I love their shirts. So I hope that we get shirts like that for Ramika too. You know what I'm saying? Those are nice shirts. It says justice for 𝘭𝘧. And at the bottom of it said, now you can rest in peace. You know, after all that. But we are not claiming Ramika to be that long though. Okay. We want her to be, soon. Then you gotta go to courts and stuff. And so we're gonna go ahead and read some of the stuff that I have pulled up already. So I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys so you guys know exactly, what was done and stuff, okay? 𝘧𝘪𝘳𝘴𝘵 Thompson was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole on December the 1st, 2025 for the first-degree murder of 𝘭𝘧 𝘠𝘧𝑚. The family of 𝘠𝘧𝑚 experienced that the sentences brought them a sense of justice and peace after the July 2022 killing in Tamarica, Florida. Okay, and it says to take some details. The victim we already know is 𝘭𝘧 𝘠𝘧𝑚. She was 23. She was found fatally stabbed in her apartment in Florida on July the 13th, 2022. Okay, the perpetrator is 𝘧𝘪𝘳𝘴𝘵 Thompson. She's 31. She traveled from New York to Florida with the intent to confront 𝘭𝘧. Okay, and the motives and the premeditation of it says Thompson was reportedly enraged because 𝘠𝘧𝑚, who was dating Thompson's ex-boyfriend, she had blocked her. Look, like Ramika, blocked her from all her social media. Okay, like the ex, she was dating her ex-boyfriend, and she had blocked her on social media. Prosecutors successfully argued that the attack was premeditated, highlighted that Thompson disguised herself, used a fake ride share account to reach 𝘠𝘧𝑚's home and enter in early morning hours. Okay. The trial and conviction. I mean, this reminds me so much. Different circumstances, but it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? What is wrong with these young girls' mind over a man? It's a lot. That man probably was not for you. Don't get upset because another woman is dating the man that you used to date. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Get over it. Move on. Move on. That's what Romika did. She moved on. She was tired of it. She had her whole life ahead of her. She had a new friend in her life. Okay. She was in nursing school. She was working 2 jobs. She was doing good for herself. You know what I'm saying? So the trial in a conviction, during the trial, Thompson claimed she acted in self-defense. Now, who do that sound like? Now, how you acted in self-defense and you drove or flew or however you got there from New York all the way to Florida, found out where she lived at, went to her house and knocked on her door. Okay, knocked on her door. And if the Hodgson lady did have glass, she had every right to have glass because she's protecting herself. That's her place. You came to her house. Okay, knocking on her door that early in the morning. Okay. And it said defense at the Hodgson attacked her with a piece of glass. That's what she said. Claimed the jury rejected it. They didn't believe it. At the only 1 hour, they did 1 hour of deliberation. They knew she was guilty. They knew they was going to give her life because her story did not sound right. All because she came from New York to Florida. That long way to get to a woman to unalive her. She already had that plan. Like Holly already had that plan to unalive Romika. Okay? So she was found guilty. The jury found her guilty of first-degree murder in October of 2025. And she got this, and she got sentenced on December the 1st to 2025. Time to receive a mandatory life sentence without parole. You know what mandatory is? I mean, she got to go straight without parole. Without parole, she got to go straight. They don't say, life. I don't know what Florida life is. We got to look that up. Let me look that up real quick. What is Florida's life sentences? Let me go look that because each states are different. Okay, mandatory life sentences. Let me look that up real quick. We're gonna see what Florida says. Okay, we'll see what Florida. Cause I didn't look up Florida's, but I did look up at Chicago's yesterday. In Florida. We're going to look that up real quick and see what her life is because she can't get parole at all. Yes, Florida has mandatory life sentences without parole, especially for a serious offense like murder, okay, and repeated violent felonies under prisoner release. Okay, let me try to see. Hold on, let me see. Do they got the years up in here? Now they got 3 strikes, no parole. They don't got no. Okay, let me see. Mandatory life sentences without parole. What are the years? I want to know what the years are. That's what I want to know what the years are. It's going to say. Okay, life without parole means the person stays in prison forever. Okay, with no chance of early release through parole. Okay, without parole. That's what they mean in Florida. Okay, it's a life sentence. Okay, that means that she will not see a daylight, and that's what the family wanted to. I wanted to read it for myself. Okay, so she got life in prison without parole. We get life sentences in Florida without parole. That means you will not see daylight. You will there forever. 31 years old, just threw her whole life away. And I'm quite sure she already had a baby because she said she was pregnant. That was back in 2022. Okay, when she unalived that girl. So it's 2025 because that baby just turned 3 years old. If she had the baby, she just turned 3 years old. Okay, so that is it's just sad. It's just sad these women around here, get upset, get jealous over a man that did not want them. Then a man decided to go find another relationship, get a relationship with another woman, and then the ex get jealous. You know what I'm saying? This with Ramika's thing, Ramika was the ex, but it wasn't Ramika, it was the girlfriend that was with him. Got jealous. Got jealous of his ex. See what I'm saying? And it's sad. It said only she could have did this Sakina girl, Thompson girl, could do the same thing Ramika did when it got her another friend and moved on with her life. That was she could have had did. That what Ramika did, but it still cost Ramika her life because the new girlfriend did not like Ramika, was jealous of Ramika because Carlos was still in love with Ramika, wanted Ramika. He did not want to see Ramika with nobody else. Okay, so we're finna go ahead and read this article right here together that I also, came across and seen on a, when I first seen this, I seen it, like a few times, but I was really focused on Ramika, so I decided to go ahead and play this so the family know that it's gonna come through. One day we gonna have on shirts says justice for Ramika. Now you can rest. Okay. Now you can rest. Okay, that's coming up soon. Okay, so this article right here is from True Crime. Like I said, it's all on the it's all over the net, all types of articles about this. Sorry, my mouth got dry. And it reads, hope you guys can see it, but if not, just hear me out. A woman who this is her picture right here. Okay, there's a picture of her right here. That's her. Okay, that's the woman who stabbed her ex's new girlfriend to death has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Sakina Thompson, 31, was sentenced December 1st. She was convicted of first-degree murder in October for the 2022 killing of 𝘱𝘢 Hodgson, which she was 23 at the time. In the press release at the time, the Broward County Sheriff Office said they received a call on July the 13th of 2022 reporting that a woman was unresponsive in a home. When authorities arrived on the scene, they found Hodgson deceased. An investigation led them to Thompson, and they obtained a warrant for her arrest on July 25th, 2022. She was arrested in New York on August the 3rd of 2022 and extradited. What how you pronounce that? When they extradited back to Florida on a first-degree murder charge. According to the prosecution, Thompson flew to Florida from her home in New York, intending to kill Hodgson of jealousy. Hodgson was dating Thompson's ex-boyfriend at the time. Okay, that's what the Miami report says. Prosecutor said Thompson wearing a mask, which y'all seen the video, her wearing a mask, arriving by Uber at Hodgson's apartment at 5 a.m. in the morning, okay, on July the 13th of 2022, and stabbed her to death. She then left in a Uber register to a fake account. Had her mask on her face, she was covered all up, and then used a fake account. During the trial, Thompson and testified in her own defense and told jurors she arrived at the apartment to talk with Hodgson, woman to woman, and was angry she had been blocked by her on social media. She alleged that Hodgson cut her stomach with a piece of glass, and that is why she acted in self-defense. That's a lie. After the stabbing, Thompson admitted she attempted to clean up the scene and change into Hodgson's clothes before leaving. She also stated she was afraid to call the police. Okay, so that's what she did. She just committed, murder. It was premeditated because you had time enough, just like Holly had time enough to tell a Uber driver, or Holly had time enough to drive off. You had time enough, Miss Thompson, to tell the driver to. She even can't hear it because she already locked up. But I just want to say it anyway. She had enough time to also tell that Uber driver to turn around and take me back where you came from, but you didn't. You wanted that to happen. What did you want to talk to her about? You was no longer dating him. That was your ex-boyfriend. The girl even blocked you off of all social media, just like Ramika did. Block Holly off all social media. Did the exact same thing. So she is gonna get some time, people. Don't worry about it. So Holly is gonna get life without patrol. She will not see the daylight again. She's not gonna see it again. Okay. I just want to come out real quick, just to put that out there to tell the family, the Black man family, to hold on. Just hold your head up. We got this step right here. We got her charged. Okay. Even though the auntie said charge do not mean a conviction, but they know a conviction is going to come. Don't we let that what she says right out to what she said, okay? Because it's going to come, okay? It's going to come, because that was not no self-defense at all. That was not no self-defense, and she know that was not no self-defense, okay? Hey, Treva, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in, niece. But she she had no business having a Uber driver driving her way to let me look this up real quick. I want to see how far is New York to Florida. I mean, I got to know, because this don't make no sense. I just understand this generation. What's going on with you? New York to Florida in a car. Oh, hold on. Driving. Okay, it says, oh my goodness, are you serious? They said 17 hours and 26 minutes. She had 17 hours and 26 minutes to change her mind and turn around. That's what it said, New York to Florida. 17 hours and 26 minutes. That's 1,151 miles that she drove to get to that young lady. Oh, jealousy. Oh my God. Ooh-wee. That was her mind was running through. Ladies, mothers, talk to your daughters and your sons. Talk to them, because why especially when you got children, why throw your life away over a man? And vice versa over a woman. Why? It's a lot of stuff out there that you can go, it's plenty of times you can go date somebody else, somebody that can love you. And man, when you let that woman go, you got you another baby, let that woman go. You don't got to be jealous of that woman because she got another man, like Carlos was. Okay? Like he was with Romika. And it's sad that, he had a nerve to go on Channel 32 News and didn't even say nothing. Went on the news and ain't said a word. Ain't said nothing. So what was your reason to go on the news? Huh? What was your reason to really go on the news? Tell me. Tell me. So let me see if this is gonna play right here for me. I know I shared it, but I want to see that somebody else shared with the video. I know I only shared it with the picture, and it's sad. Hold on, y'all, because you know I'm talking about the Florida incident, and I'm talking about Ramika as well, because I want the family to know that it's gonna happen. Justice is gonna be served. I already claimed it. It's done. It's done and it's over with. Period. Period. Okay, I'm still trying to find. I can't remember where I seen it at. So I wasn't gonna oh, here it. Okay, this is the one right here. This is on Travel Island. Like I said, she have a lot of stuff on her page and stuff. So let me just gonna play. I don't know how much it's gonna play of it. How many minutes is it? Do it say? Uh-oh. 1 second, you guys. Try to get to it so you guys can see it with me. See. Oh, how do you turn it up here? Okay, I'm gonna let you guys hear this. This is Carlos. Some woman came on there to on his live. He went live yesterday, but he deleted his live. I try to find it too. They say he went live, but he deleted his live on yesterday. So I'll let you guys go here and share the shout out to Travel Island, because she comes up and she finds some stuff. She's very down with the justice for Ramika. So you guys want to know what's going on? Go over to Travel Islands. She got a Facebook and she drops everything down. Okay, as soon as she finds something, she's dropping it. Okay, we're gonna go here. This is his live from yesterday. Okay, this is Carlos. Okay, this is Ramika, the one that got unalived, his other baby mama, and she's pregnant right now. You guys thought because she's pregnant, she's gonna get out of jail. Okay, what do you got to say? Why is it not making no sound? Oh.
Your shit just glitching.
Yeah, they ain't let me add nobody.
Damn, buddy, come on.
Yeah.
$1 million question, bro.
What's that?
You a personal trainer, right?
Yeah.
Shorty, okay, so your two baby mamas look like they real little, like real itty bitty women. You couldn't stop that shit.
It was stopped, but something happened. It's gonna come out.
In the video, from what we seen, it looked like you was trying to tell the bystanders to shut up. You pushed the girl back because you had blood on your hand, and you moved Shorty back like you was telling them to shut up, like you was trying to defend the fact that she shot her to the ground 3 times. Like,
no, that's
I don't understand. You saying people attacking you, but by the video, it looked fucked up.
That's a video.
You was telling them to shut up. Why they gotta shut up if they just seen this lady get shot to the ground for no reason?
They were saying they was loud as hell, saying all type of shit. Like, oh,
why wouldn't they be? Like, that's something.
Right, well,
like you just seen somebody get shot in the face. She shot her 3 times. Why 3 times?
They was going
And
crazy.
you swole as hell sitting out there with two little bitches, like they small as hell. Excuse my language, I ain't trying to disrespect the dead, but they little as hell. You couldn't stop that, and you a personal trainer, bro.
Once you hit
Like,
it,
that just didn't look right. Then you saying everybody attacking you. From the video, it looked a real suspect.
yeah, that's just the video. But once you hear this real story, you gonna be like, damn, that's how it happened.
But video don't lie.
You ain't seen it. What the video ain't show nothing but some aftermath. So you're lying.
Right, it showed you telling no girl them to shut up.
They don't
Like,
got
hey,
nothing
be
to do.
quiet, you moving them. Why they gotta shut up if they just saying an innocent person
You ain't
get shot 3 times and she this little?
Was you out there? What you hear?
What I heard was you saying, like, get back, telling the people to get back when they was like, you shot her.
If the police would have did their job, what they say when it's a crime scene or anything going on? They say get back.
You
right?
ain't the police, nigga.
So
you supposed to been down there with your baby mama trying to make sure, like, hold a bullet wound or something. She just got shot 3 times.
So how you know I wasn't down there?
It's not the police. If I was standing right there, you would have been like, move back, like you the police. Like, I really would have moved back. I probably would have been on the ground trying to help her, especially if that's my baby mama.
I definitely was, though.
Your ass looks strong as hell. I've been following this story since this happened. I'm trying to figure out how your strong ass didn't stop this girl from shooting her 3 times.
Hold on, let me see.
I want to know that.
It's gonna come out.
We want to know.
You go figure it out. Not on here.
And then y'all bump fists like good job or some shit. That's what they saying you did.
That's a lie. A lie.
Don't believe the hype.
And then, hold on. On top of that, you trying to tell us like she did this, she did that, and she was stalking me. Fuck all that. This girl is dead. She's not coming back. Why even do that?
No,
if you steal her baby daddy.
They got something to do with something with me. Like all that shit a lie.
What's the lie? Cause we seen in the video you was definitely moved telling them people to shut up.
I mean, so what that ain't nothing.
How? Like, this girl is on the ground losing her life. She shot 3 times. She this little. I never met her, but she looked like she this little in the camera. Why she gotta shoot her 3 times? And then you talking about self-defense, bro. Hell no. Fuck that. Fuck that. Ain't no self-defense. She shouldn't have shot her 3 times. That's some bullshit. I didn't like it. Your ass look swole as hell. You nigga, you in here lifting weights and you couldn't stop them bitches from fighting. Come on now. That's why we looking at you like that, bro. That's why the world looking at you like that. Straight up. Your ass too, you too swole to not stop them from fighting, for one thing. Why would you work them? And then you talking about she got to go.
So he dropped her off. He dropped her off because she was speaking the truth. See, he didn't want to hear that truth that she was speaking. She was true. Okay? She was speaking that truth, and he didn't want to hear what she had to say. Okay? She was telling the truth. See, that's like truth hurting him. He's out there hurting because he know it should never went down like that. He know, but it's too late now. You had your chance to prove that you was trying to save Vermika. Instead of worrying about the people in the crowd, you should, like she said, you should have been on your knees up there trying to pressure her, the blood where she got shot at. That you should have been doing instead of up walking around telling people to be quiet. Which that's what he was doing. That's the video. She's not lying. The whole world seen it. The whole world seen it. And like I said, that first witness, I believed her from day one. The very first witness, I believed her from day one. She told it. She told it all. Because she was there, she seen it. Okay? She probably didn't see the beginning part of it, but she seen it. And that's who I'm trying to find out who had that one out. I cannot remember who had that one out. But she's let me go back to my channel. Let me pull mine up because I had it up. Oh, I know where it is. Let me go back over here. This is where I put it. I know I put it in my safe spot. In my safe spot that I put everything at. Let me go back and get it. Is it this one here? Which one is this one? Okay, this ain't, yeah, I think it comes on after this. Hold on. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Just give me time enough to get it. Hold on one second, because I want to show you that one too. I want to show you that one too. Oh no, that's the one girl we just got through talking about. That's her family going up. I'm going back and forth, you know, from her to Rumika, because this stuff right here, is this one it? No. Okay, I think it's on the same one of this one. Then it might come on after this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this one right here. Dang it. I hope this one it. Okay, let me go ahead and share this. I think this is it, you guys. I think it's gonna come on. It's gonna start with her saying, "I would never," and I think it's gonna go to the next video with the witness, the very first witness who I just believe, because she came out first and she was telling it all. Okay, so this is Holly. If anybody here that's new, this is Holly. Holly is the one that unalived Ramika Blackman. She claimed for self-defense. It was not no self-defense, because Holly had enough time when she walked to her car to go get that gun. She should have walked to her car, got in her car, and drove off. So she left the scene of an argument, then went to her car and went back to the scene and pow Ramika. That was she did. Yes, she did. Okay. Nothing against you, Holly. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Okay.
I would never want to be with a nigga that burnt me while I was pregnant. I would never want to be a bitch like that. I would never be telling random people that my baby daddy burnt me. I would never tell nobody no shit like that. I would never tell random people that my baby daddy cheated on me, our whole relationship, my whole pregnancy, that he cheated on me. I would never, you could never get me to tell no shit like that to no random people that I don't. I would never.
Just felt like everybody's reaction, her reaction, everything.
Let me pause it. This is her. This is the very first witness that came, got off the bus over there, and she seen when Carlos and Ramika was arguing. Okay, she seen it all, and she said Carlos was slamming Ramika, you know, in the door and stuff like that. That's when she called the police first, because she thought that was domestic violence to her. You know what I'm saying? She's seen everything right here. This is the first witness. Go ahead, witness. So y'all listen to what the witness say. This is who I believe right here.
Made it seem like nobody cared, and I was like with tears in my eyes, arrest her. You know, I was like, I don't know what else I need to do. I will sign complaints. I don't know what else you need me to do. You need to arrest her. Like, I felt so much like rage, because no one was like understanding what calmness and how cruel they could be, just standing there, him without tears in his eyes, and her just standing there like if she's like, she had the right to take somebody's life. She had the right to snatch somebody from this earth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I heard 5 rounds actually. Yeah, and the only reason the cop was on scene and he was unloading the gun, and he was like, it froze. So the only reason why she stopped was because the gun got stuck. Otherwise, it probably would have she probably would have still kept shooting.
You know what a setup looks like when you see one. 2 cars blocking an exit. A woman with a concealed carry. A man who knows exactly where to position himself. And a mother who just dropped her baby off at school, walking straight into a trap she never saw coming. But here's what nobody's talking about. The shooter, Holly Johnson, she made a video months before. And in that video, she said something that changes everything about how we understand what happened on that September morning in Chicago. By the time this story ends, you'll understand why Holly Johnson walked free after shooting 𝘠𝘳𝘠𝑥 Meeks in the face. And why the witness who saw everything is now saying things that contradict what the family believes happened. Before we dive deeper into this tragedy, if you're watching this because you care about justice for 𝘠𝘠𝘠 and her son, hit that subscribe button right now. Share this video, because what you're about to hear needs to reach every corner of social media. The truth needs to be heard. 𝘠𝘠𝘠 Meeks was 31 years old, a mother, a certified nursing assistant who spent her days caring for the elderly. On September 8th, 2025, she wrote her son a note, dropped him off at school near Cermak Road and State Street in Chicago's South Loop, and thought she was heading to work. But 𝘠𝘠𝘠 had a complicated history with Carlos, her baby's father. They'd been together since 2016. Back in June 2017, she posted on social media with him, writing, "That look you give me. They hate, I give you a vibe you can't get nowhere else." The relationship ended. Carlos moved on, had another baby with Holly Johnson. And on February 20th, 2025, Carlos announced his new son's arrival, posted the footprints, called him Baby Carson. Then on April 7th, he wished Holly a public happy birthday. 5 months later, Holly would pull a gun from her passenger seat and shoot 𝘠𝘠𝘠 multiple times. But wait, because there's something else. 𝘠𝘠𝘠 had posted something that her family just released. It was set to private, but it tells us everything about the dynamics here. She wrote, "I got this female blocked on every social media and she's still finding a way to lurk, but tell people I stalk her. 2 women, 1 man, a pattern of harassment, and a collision course that would end in blood on a Chicago sidewalk." Now I need you to listen carefully to what comes next, because an eyewitness has come forward. Someone who was there from the beginning. Someone who called 911 first. And their account doesn't match what anyone expected. The witness was on the bus when it started.
I was actually the one at the scene. So I was the one that was yelling out to arrest her, because no, everybody wasn't doing anything. I was actually the one who called the cops first. And I saw them when they were fighting in the beginning. And I was like, this is not right. He was slamming her with the door when she was standing in her door frame, not even close to the female on the other side. So she was literally standing on the other side of the road, and her baby daddy was literally slamming the door on her back. So she went back into her car, came back out, and then this was when the baby daddy walked towards the other baby mama.
After 𝘠𝘠𝘠 was dead, Carlos walked up to Holly and fist bumped her. They told police it was self-defense. Remember that video I mentioned at the beginning? Holly Johnson recorded herself months before the shooting. And every word of it sounds different when you know how the story ends.
I would never be begging to be with me after he got a baby on the way. I would never be having matching t-shirts on with a nigga that got a baby on the way. I would never be trying to play family with a nigga that got a baby on the way. I would never want to be with a nigga that burnt me while I was pregnant. I would never want to be a bitch like that. I would never be telling random people that my baby daddy burnt me. I would never tell nobody no shit like that. I would never tell random people that my baby daddy cheated on me, our whole relationship, my whole pregnancy, that he cheated on me. I would never, you could never get me to tell no shit like that to no random people that I don't know.
She goes on, mocking 𝘠𝘠𝘠's job, the job where she cared for elderly people, gave them dignity in their final years. Mocking that 𝘠𝘠𝘠's car was in the shop, building a narrative of superiority.
I would never want to have a job to where I'm wiping old people and giving old people showers and feeding them and shit. I would never want to have a job like that. I would never want to have a job that my car was in the shop for 2 years. I couldn't get it out. I would never want to have a job like that. I'm wiping, and I ain't got no car still. I would never want no job like that. I would never want to be with a nigga that done got so pregnant during the time that I've known him. I would never want to be with a nigga like that. I would never want to be with a nigga that done played in my face for damn near 10 years. I would never want to be with a nigga like that. I'm getting me a new nigga ASAP. I would never.
Wait. If you're getting a new man, why are you at your current man's house with a gun? Why are you meeting up with him to confront his other baby mama? What kind of moving on is this? Here's where this case takes another turn. Holly Johnson was arrested at the scene. The witness and others screamed for police to arrest her. She had blood on her. The gun was hidden in her car, not handed over like someone claiming self-defense would do. Holly's response to the witnesses? She called them snitches, said it was self-defense, claimed she had a concealed carry permit, as if a permit gives you the right to execute someone who's unarmed. Then something happened that nobody can fully explain. The Chicago Police Department released Holly Johnson without charges.
Hi, good afternoon, you all. According to CPD, the person who was taken into custody after the fatal shooting of 31-year-old Ramika Meeks Blackman has been released without charges. Blackman's family is eagerly seeking justice.
Someone has to pay for this. It's not right.
Surrounded by family and overwhelmed with grief, Ramika's mom, Tina McMiller, says she's, as you can imagine, heartbroken after losing Ramika to gun violence on Monday morning. Ramika was dropping her son off at school near Cermak State.
A woman shot an unarmed mother in broad daylight in front of witnesses after announcing she was going to do it, and she walked free. The official line? It's still under investigation. They need more evidence. More evidence? There were multiple witnesses. The victim was unarmed. The shooter announced her intentions. The victim was trying to get away when shot. What more evidence could they possibly need? Some are saying Holly claimed self-defense because Romika had previously been violent, that there was a restraining order. But think about this. If Holly had a restraining order against Romika, why did Holly show up where Romika was? Why didn't Holly leave when she saw Romika's car? Why did Holly provoke the confrontation? And here's something a concealed carry instructor pointed out. If Holly was from out of state, she shouldn't have had her gun readily accessible in Illinois anyway. Different states, different laws. Her weapon should have been locked up, unloaded, ammunition separate. We need to talk about Carlos. Because Carlos is the center of this tragedy, and yet he hasn't been charged with anything. Think about what the witness saw. Carlos physically assaulting Romika with the car door. Carlos grabbing Romika and holding her. Carlos announcing that Holly was going to get her gun. Carlos fist bumping Holly after the shooting. This wasn't a fight between two women that got out of hand. This was coordinated. 2 cars to block an exit. 1 person to restrain. Another to shoot. All we have is her blood on a Chicago sidewalk and a little boy without his mother. The family is calling for justice. They're sharing the witness testimony. They're pushing back against the narrative that Romika was the aggressor. They're asking the questions we're all asking. How does someone shoot an unarmed woman and walk free? As we near the end of this update, let me leave you with the questions that keep me up at night. Why were Carlos and Holly in separate cars if they weren't planning something? Why did Holly happen to have her gun readily accessible if she wasn't expecting violence? Why did Carlos announce Holly was going to get her gun before she did it? Why did they fist bump after Romika was dead? Why was Holly released without charges when there were multiple witnesses? And the biggest question of all, is this what passes for justice now? You can shoot an unarmed mother in broad daylight and walk free if you claim she was mean to you on social media. Romika Meeks was not perfect. Nobody is. But she was a mother who had just dropped her son off at school. She was a woman trying to move forward with her life. She was unarmed when she died. Holly Johnson made a choice that morning.
Yes,
She
did.
chose to bring a gun. She chose to confront 𝘠𝘴𝘐. She chose to announce she was going to shoot. And she chose to pull that trigger. Carlos made choices too. He chose to assault 𝘠𝘴𝘐 with a car door. He chose to grab her and hold her. He chose to announce what was coming. And he chose to fist bump her killer instead of trying to save her life. The Chicago Police Department made a choice. They chose to release Holly Johnson without charges. Now we have a choice. We can let this story fade away. Let 𝘠𝘴𝘐 become just another statistic. Let her son grow up knowing his mother's killer walked free. Or we can demand better. Share this video. Tag the Chicago PD. Tag the state's attorney. Ask why Holly Johnson is free. Ask why Carlos hasn't been charged as an accomplice. Ask why two people can coordinate to kill an unarmed woman and face no consequences. Because if we don't ask these questions, if we don't demand these answers, then 𝘠𝘴𝘐 died for nothing. And somewhere out there, another woman is trapped between a manipulative man and his new girlfriend, and she's about to become the next victim of a system that doesn't protect the vulnerable. Justice for 𝘠𝘴𝘐 Meeks. Justice for her son.
Yes.
Justice for every woman who's ever been caught in a toxic triangle and paid the ultimate price.
Yes.
If you've made it this far, you care about justice. Hit subscribe. Share this video on every platform you have. Comment with hashtag Justice for 𝘠𝘴𝘐.
But everything this
And remember,
this video was just showing just now, it's the truth. But the thing about that, now Holly have been charged, okay? She had been convicted, not convicted, sorry. She had been charged. Let me get the words right. She had been charged for first-degree murder, okay? And her next court date is on December the 23rd. So praying and hoping that a lot of people from Chicago or close to Chicago can go and support the family, okay? The more people there to support, the outcome is going to be wonderful anyway. Because I just believe she's going to get life. I believe she's going to get life the same way that other lady who I just talked about, that Sakina Thompson, she got life in prison without possibility of parole. Okay, she drove from New York all the way to Florida to confront her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. Went to her apartment and stabbed her several times. And she also called herself, saying self-defense, saying the new girlfriend had stabbed her stomach because she was, she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? That's a lie. And she drove, and I looked it up, from New York to Florida. It's a 17-hour drive. She had a Uber driver drive her 17 hours there. So now she got to do life in prison for being jealous. And if she was pregnant, had her baby, she came and see her baby grow. Because she in prison for the rest of her, she would not see daylight only on the prison ground. It's only like that she gonna see. She gonna live there for the rest of her life till God called her home. These people here, around here, these young people around here, it's so they mind. Where is they mind at? It's not worth it. A man is not worth it. Okay, and especially that's not your husband. You not wearing no ring. He ain't married you. And you're going to pow another woman, all of jealousy. She want to be so much like 𝘠𝘴𝘐. I can't believe some of the stuff that I had seen on social media. You know what I'm saying? With her, even with the baby shower. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. I mean, I just can't believe. That's why I was for 𝘠𝘴𝘐 from day one. Yes. Oh, hi, Juan. I can't pronounce your name, but hello, Juan. Yes. You so right. You so right. Because I was just looking at the thing. You're right. That was 17 hours. That was definitely premeditated. And I'm glad the family, well, this happened in 2022, and the family, finally got, she finally got convicted in October. She got sentences on, December the 1st. And so the family happy, they pleased, you know what I'm saying? But they had to go through all that for all these years. So I'm praying and hoping that, the black men, Miss Tina and her family do not go through, this long. Hope it be fast. And then with the other case I just got through talking about, it took the jury's 1 hour to convict her. They wasn't on her for no days, for 3 or 4 hours, because just that part made her guilty right there, with her just driving 17 hours from New York to Florida. That's right there shows you're guilty right there. Then you drove straight to the girl's apartment. You drove straight to where she lived at, found out where she lived, and went straight there at 5 a.m. in the morning. Covering your face up, had a mask on. Had a mask on your face. And it's sad. It's very sad. So, and it said, these parents, I don't know if not Sakina, but if Kayla was her mother or not. I don't know if she had any children or not. But it said that, these kids got to, grow up, without their mom. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, y'all. It's just sad. But all I wanted to say, I really just wanted to just to play this and let the family, to keep their hope up, because she, justice is going to be served. You know what I'm saying? And I really do believe she's going to get life. I believe she's going to get life, because that was not no self-defense at all. She had enough time. Yes. That's what I'm hoping. Yes. But she's gonna get the same thing. I do. The reason why I believe that, because Chicago know they is being looked at. They know they're being looked at tough. It's too many people that's been getting unalive in Chicago, and nobody had not been arrested or have not been charged. Okay, and you even got the lady there that admit that she the one, pow her. So you got her. Then y'all gonna let her go, all because she said it was self-defense. Y'all going by her word. When it's somebody's unalive, and then with her being bloody and him being bloody, their clothes should have got taken off of them and put it inside of a bag or something. No way they supposed to have left that jailhouse on that day. Period. Point blank. But I'm glad. I'm happy for the family. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't got nothing against Holly. I don't know either girl. I don't know Holly, or I do not know Ramika. Okay, I don't know neither one. Regardless to what, Ramika did not deserve to be unalive like that. That girl, going by what I was been seeing and researching, that girl was being about her business. She wasn't thinking about Carlos. She had another, friend in her life. She moved on. She was in RN school. Better her life. You know what I'm saying? For her and her son. And my heart goes out to Tina and her son and her siblings and everybody, even all of us, because like I said, we are so connected, with Ramika now. You know what I'm saying? She drew a lot of people, even people from out the country is supporting Ramika. So Chicago, do your job. Do what's right. It's time for y'all to put y'all foot down, because y'all getting side-eyed. What's going on in that city? What's going on? Okay, so, well, thank you guys for listening to me. That's all I want to say. I'm only but an hour person. I can't go past no hour, because like I said, to the ones who I'm just got healed from cancer, so I'm still going through the aftermath of the cancer and stuff. So I only can talk, so long, okay? So I give myself an hour, or less with you guys, okay? So thank you for tuning in. Peace and blessings with you guys. Remember to keep her name alive. And together is unity. It don't matter who found what first or who did what first. Make sure we just keep her name alive, okay? Thank you so much, Juan. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pace myself. Exactly. That's what I always give myself an hour when I do these lives, okay? But I'm going to end it now, and thank you so much for tuning in. Peace and blessings to you all. And people who's going to watch this, the replay, thank you so much for giving me the thumbs up, and please share me out. Good night.
Through the shadows where the storms collide, she stands with courage as her guide. Her whispers echo louder than screams, faithful to God through broken dreams. She's the silent storm, unshaken, strong. And Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret. At 5:30 sharp, hearts come alive. Together we heal, together we thrive. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared,